Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video General Hospital recap. Did Cyrus stab Dex? Lulu confronts Nina over Charlotte's whereabouts, and Dex is rushed into surgery after being stabbed. Today on General Hospital, Sasha tells Maxie the decision she's made about her pregnancy. And Curtis informs Michael that he has a plan to oust Drew from Aurora. Please note that if you purchase something by clicking on a link within this story, we may receive a small commission of the sale. Joss comes home from a run, and Trina's on her computer working on her art history presentation. Trina tells Joss that she won't believe what happened. Trina says Kai finished his part of the project and sent it to her, and it's really good. Trina says he went above and beyond in his work. Joss thinks this makes Trina's life easier. Trina admits she's happy but annoyed, as his work might be better than hers. Trina wonders if she's been too hard on Kai. Joss says she told her she had been. She tells Trina that it's clear Kai is smart, that he wants to earn his grade, and that he wants to get her the grade she deserves. Trina realizes Kai is a hard worker, and not just a jock slacking through school. She hates admitting she's wrong, but she was wrong. However, she wonders if it would be wrong to present the project without him and take an A in the course. Felicia, James, and Georgie are tree shopping. Dex is on patrol, says hello to her, and introduces his new partner, Lauren Jackson. Suddenly, Cyrus begins preaching and asking for donations for the season of giving, ringing his bell as he does so. Some drunk football players arrive and begin bickering about the upcoming game. The PCU players and LandU players start shoving one another, and a full-on fight breaks out. Felicia sends Georgie and James away, and Dex and his new partner break up the fight and order the players to get out of there, or they'll be arrested. Dex confiscates their booze and sends them on their way. Lauren follows to ensure the guys leave, and Dex heads to a trash can in a back alley to pour the booze out. Someone approaches Dex from behind. They are wearing dark gloves and a dark jacket and produce a large Bowie knife, which they stab him with in the lower back. Dex feels the injury and goes down. Back in the plaza, Lauren checks in with Felicia about Dex, but Felicia hasn't seen him. Lauren quickly finds him. He's conscious and says someone stabbed him. She calls in an officer down. Felicia soon arrives, and it appears Dex has lost consciousness. More. Is Dex a goner? Maxie arrives at the Quartermain kitchen to find Sasha decorating a gingerbread house for the big family Christmas party. Maxie's come to see Lulu, but Sasha tells her she's staying at her mom's. Maxie shifts the topic to Sasha's pregnancy and what she will do. Sasha has given it a lot of thought and is keeping the baby. Maxie is glad to hear that and says she'll be an incredible mother. Sasha thanks her. Maxie asks about the dad, who she said was a one-night stand, and if she has a way to track him down. Willow interrupts them when she enters the kitchen. Sasha asks if she and Michael will be here for dinner. Willow says they won't, and she was just grabbing Amelia's medication for her ear infection. Willow quickly departs. Sasha tries to change the subject to the gingerbread house. However, Maxie wants to know what that chill between her and Willow is about. Sasha fills her in on what she told Cody, which got out, and Willow is just angry at herself because she's not Miss Perfect and got caught cheating. Maxie says she's being a little preachy and tells her about her own affair with Lucky while he was married to Elizabeth. She directs the conversation back to the baby's father. Sasha says he was just a stranger, so this baby will be hers and hers alone. Maxie reminds her that she's a Scorpio now, and they are an intrusive bunch. More. Who is Gio's mom? Lulu stops in Crimson to see Nina and asks where her daughter is. Nina says it's good to see her, but Lulu isn't there for small talk and only wants to know where Charlotte and Valentin are. Nina says she doesn't know, but Lulu doesn't believe her as she'd do anything to protect Valentin. Nina tells her that she knows nothing about her life now, and life didn't stop and wait for her to wake up for 4 years. Lulu knows a lot has changed, but says she's the same old selfish Nina. Madison, Nina's assistant, interrupts and tells Nina that Erica Kane is on line 1. Nina vows to take it, but Lulu hangs the phone and tells Nina if she loves Charlotte, then tell her where she is. Nina explains to Lulu that she and Valentin parted ways years ago and aren't close anymore. She knows what it's like to be kept from one's daughter, and Lulu should talk to Anna as she and Valentin were dating when he left town. Madison interrupts again with Nick, a security guard, who is there to escort Lulu out. Lulu refuses to leave and says if they have a problem, to call Nick's boss, Carly Spencer, her cousin. More, why did Cyrus kill Sam? Carly returns to her office and is startled to find Jack sitting in her chair. She asks what he's doing in her office. He produces the bug and tells her how disappointed he is with her. She admits she planted the bug, but she didn't want to. She only did it to prove to Anna and Jason that they were wrong about him. But it turned out he lied to her and called Valentin. He knew where Valentin was all along. Brennan says he called Valentin for her. But all he has is a number to a burner phone. He doesn't know where Valentin is. He again tells her that he's very disappointed in her and she could have breached national security. He could have her arrested. They are interrupted by a call from security. Carly tells Brennan to stay put and that she'll be back, but he says he may not be here as he doesn't take orders from her. Carly meets Lulu outside of the Crimson office. They hug and Lulu explains she came here to find out where Charlotte was. She is certain that Nina knows something and is lying to her. Nina listens in as Carly tells Lulu that she is not one to defend Nina, but she's not lying about this. Lulu says someone has to know how to find Charlotte. Carly says someone does, and she'll take her to that person. Carly returns to her office with Lulu and introduces Jack to Lulu. He is pleased to finally meet her. Carly says Jack has a way to get in touch with Valentin. Lulu tells him to start dialing. Drew arrives at the Aurora office, and Curtis tells him they need to talk. Curtis says his first day in D.C. is a month away, so they should finalize the details on his being named the new CEO. Curtis believes they should get the ball rolling as soon as possible, preferably before the holidays. Drew admits there has been a change of plans, what with Sam dying and him stepping up as Scout's full guardian. He hasn't had time to plan for anything, and they should do this later, closer to when he has to leave for Washington. Drew promises he'll be taken care of. Curtis trusts him, knows he's a man of his word, and knows Drew appreciates the hard work he's put in here. Michael interrupts and needs Drew's signature on some papers pertaining to a Japan deal. He signs them, and Drew tells Curtis he'll set a meeting up for them on January 22nd. He leaves, and Michael asks what happens on that day. Curtis says it's the day Drew screws him out of the CEO position, but Drew will be the one screwed. Michael hopes Curtis will take him up on his offer to team up against Drew. Curtis says he thought about it but can't. He doesn't want to tank Aurora just to take Drew down, but he has a way to take Drew down without destroying the company. At General Hospital, Brad tells Lucas that he has the lab report on his patient. Lucas says he could have sent it through the hospital portal, but Brad says sometimes he likes seeing a friendly face. Brad brings up the symposium and informs Lucas he'll be going too and will see him there. Brad walks off. Lucas chases Brad down and says he thought the conference was for doctors. Brad explains he's going for lab techniques training and didn't want it to be awkward if they ran into one another. Brad brings up how Havana isn't that far from where they'll be, and maybe they can finally see it as they always wanted. They're interrupted by a nurse who tells Lucas he's needed to attend a stab victim. Dex is brought in. He is stable and bandaged and in an exam room. He tells Chase everything that happened. Chase tells him that he'll be okay and that he needs to head to the crime later. Lucas tends to Dex and says he'll be prepped for surgery soon, and Dr. Gannon will close that wound. He is sorry he got attacked and hopes the person who did this is found. Lucas then calls Joss and tells her that she needs to come to General Hospital. He tells her to stay calm. Dex was stabbed. He's fine. but is in surgery. At the scene of the stabbing in Rice Plaza, Felicia calls Mac to let him know what happened and that they are all fine. Lauren tells Felicia she got a call from the hospital and Dex is going to be OK. Felicia wonders who would ruin such a beautiful day with violence. Chase arrives and talks to Cyrus about what happened. Cyrus says he doesn't have much to offer. He was busy focusing on Christmas cheer and his charity work. Felicia talks to Chase and fills him in on the college kids fighting and how Dex and the other officer broke up the fight. Dex then went to throw out the alcohol. That's when she lost sight of him. However, she was texting Maxie around then, and it was about 3:55. Felicia says Dex was alone in that alley, isolated, and she thinks he was targeted. Felicia and the kids decide to get going, but first, James asks for $1 to put in the charity bucket. She tells him not to talk to the man and sends Georgie with him. Felicia again speaks with Chase and says she feels she's missing something about what happened. And it's driving her crazy because she isn't sure what it is. As they talk, Cyrus incessantly rings his bell. Chase says to let him know when she remembers. Willow meets Drew in the park. She tells him that she plans to tell Michael they slept together, but she'll wait until after Christmas for the kids' sake. She wants them to have one last happy Christmas in case the worst happens. He understands and says she must make the best choice for her and the kids. She knew he'd say that. He really wishes this had worked out differently. She does too. She then walks off. Watch GH on Hulu $7.99. Buy now. Next on General Hospital, Curtis tells Portia he's taking Aurora from Drew. Drew turns to Nina for help. Maxie visits someone's office and asks, "Were you ever going to call me?" Anna warns Spinelli to keep his distance. Brennan tells his assistant that he has a way to improve their chances. Lulu is stunned that Carly believes he is telling the truth. Martin, on the phone, is startled when someone puts their hand on his shoulder. Jason tells someone, "I'll ask the questions."